Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. It has been a while. 2025 has been a very hectic year for me. I really want to do more videos on this channel, but I had to do a ton of courses for my job. And obviously, I had to prioritize that. So we're going to keep on working on those books that I had been talking about on this channel. And today, like out of nowhere, we're going to do a video on Judaism. We're going to do like a series on this particular religion. I'm going to do videos like this on all the big religions. I'm not an expert on the subject, but I find it to be really interesting. So I'm coming more from a place of wanting to share information and wanting to learn more. If I take a specific stance on one certain thing, I'm going to do it more from the point of view that it's just an opinion. In this video, we're not going to define what is Judaism per se, because that is a whole other can of worms that is fascinating. We're going to get into, but not today. For this video, we're going to cover the top 10 countries with the largest Jewish population around the world. And then we're going to do the same with cities. And the cool thing there is that I have an atlas from 2009 with the same ranking. So it's going to be interesting to see if any city has gone up or down. Now, diving into the stats of the top 10 countries with the largest Jewish population. Very unprofessionally, I use Wikipedia. I really like that in the Wikipedia article, again, super not professional, but they put in the fact that, especially outside of Israel, it's really hard to tally who is Jewish or who is not, who is to be taken into account for these statistics. Obviously, if both your parents are Jewish and you practice the Jewish faith, you're going to be counted, but then you have the case if one parent's Jewish and the other isn't, or maybe both parents are Jewish, but the son is atheist or doesn't practice the religion. And some see themselves culturally Jewish and some do not. Then we have people that had no idea that they have Jewish ancestry, and that's a whole other thing there. So let's get into the country ranking. At number 10, we have Australia with 117,000 people who are considered to be Jewish. I don't know why I was surprised to see Australia on this list, but as a migrant group, it must be pretty interesting to see their history there. Now, at number 9, we have Germany with 125,000 people that are considered to be Jewish, which I was surprised it was so low. Like, yes, I understand the whole thing with the Second World War and Nazis and the Holocaust, obviously, but I thought at least residually they would have like a larger population. Very similar with the next country, because at number 8, we have Russia, which also had a very sizable Jewish community, which I would have to look for the stats. What was like the height of the Jewish population in Russia? During the Soviet Union, and especially with Stalin, they were persecuted and they went hard on the Jewish population. But now we have 132,000 people that are Jewish in the Russian Federation. Also, there's a lot to say about the bilateral relationship between Russia and Israel. It's really fascinating, which I would love to dive into that particular subject too. At number 7, we have my home country, Argentina, which has a Jewish population of 171,000, about 1% of the Jewish population of the world. On this particular subject, I really want to do a video about this because the Jewish population here in Argentina plays a very important role. They have left their mark on like the Argentine identity, and I really want to contrast with all the bullshit about the Nazis that have come to Argentina. And they always really want to show this version of the country that we're super anti-Semitic, and this is not the case. But I don't want to get distracted and jump the gun. Let's get back to the subject at hand. So let's go to number 6, where we have the UK. Here we have a big jump in population. Now we're at 312,000 people that are Jewish. Then at number 5, we have Canada with a population of 398,000. And now we have number 3, that when I saw this in the article, I was fascinated. I found it to be very political in nature because at number 3, we have Palestine. And here we have like a really interesting and complicated subject. So we're talking about the Jewish population living in the West Bank specifically, which is much larger than what I thought. It's 432,000 people. And dumb me, I said number 3, it's number 4, because at number 3, we have France with 440,000 people. Now, at number 1 and number 2, the article does dive into this whole situation of how we define Jewish people in the first place and who to be considered. because depending on this, it actually changes the places of 1 and 2. So Israel is at number 2 with 7,420,000 Jewish people, while in the United States, which is number 1, it has 7,460,000 Jewish people. But with the stats in the US, it's put into question. I don't know if they're 100% Jewish or not, like how they identify themselves or not. So with this ranking, that at least for me, I found it to be super interesting. We're going to leave the cities for a second video. And I just don't want this one to be too long. And I hope that the city video I'll do pretty quick in the next couple of days and not in 3 months. So I hope to see you guys soon. See you guys next time. Bye.